What's up YouTube? John, JDS Outdoors. In today's video we got something exciting. Something cool. Pretty badass actually. Here we have a 2019 brand new Ford Raptor, and today we're going to tear it apart. Well, not completely. We're just going to add a couple upgrades to it. Well, one upgrade really. Well, anyways, I'm going to show you how to tint the windows in your brand new F-150, Ford Raptor, F-250, F-350, 550, and 450, so on. It's all the same. Same door panels as that truck, and you can see the windows are tinted on that. It's the same process. I've been doing it this way for years, and it works great. A little more labor intensive, but it's going to last you a lot longer than if you just slap some cheap Walmart stuff on. So let's go ahead and pull this awesome machine into the garage and show you how to do it. Well, now that we got the Raptor in here, let's go ahead and start tearing some panels apart. So we're going to start here on the driver's side door. You can see not tinted, the back windows are tinted. Went ahead and got some factory match tint, 35%. And we're going to go ahead and pull this window out of here and tint it the right way. And for starters, we're going to go ahead and remove this door panel. Best bet is to have a set of trim removal tools that'll make your life a lot easier. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and pull this off, starting on this side because it kind of hooks in on that side. That's probably the most difficult one that you'll remove. You see that little tab sticks in the door and it clips in with all them plastic clips. Next, there's a little square down here we got to remove. There's some bolts behind that. And the easiest way is to get this behind on the top. Try to get the top pulled away. You can stick this other tool down in there. Pop that free also. Also, starting at the top, break those clips free, and then it clips into the bottom. We're going to remove the cover for the mirrors. Also just plastic clips. There, now we have all of our bolts exposed. It's an 8mm for these two here and these two here. And we got 7 up top and 2 down below. So go ahead and remove those. Now once you got those removed, you can go ahead and pull the door panel off. Just give it a nice little tug and slide it up over the lock in the window track here. And now tucked behind is a bunch of plugs. Go ahead and unplug those. Now the door latch, take you back here, show you that. This is your door latch mechanism. Probably the easiest door latch mechanism of all time to remove. Just go ahead and get a tool right behind this little tab, and that whole thing pops right off just like that. So we can go ahead and now remove the door panel, set it aside where it won't get damaged. Just like that. I should also mention, before you take your door panel off, make sure your window is halfway rolled down. That's pretty important. So now we're going to go ahead and remove our door speaker. Gives us access to the clips that hold the window in. Next thing we're going to go ahead and remove is our mirror, which is a 10 millimeter. There's 4 screws, or 4 bolts I mean, with 2 plugs. Just like that. Put that set aside so it won't be damaged. We can go ahead and remove our inner seal here. Set that aside. And remove this upper seal. Pull that out of the door. Just like that. Now we just need to gain access to the 2 clips that hold this glass in. Very carefully pull this little plastic dust shield away, peeling back the adhesive so you can reuse it. Just let that dangle. Now we're going to look inside the door here. This is some of the easiest glass to remove in these newer Fords. There's a plastic clip there and a plastic clip there. I'm not going to be able to show this on camera very well, but if you look right back in that hole, you'll see a little tab. You just got to push that tab in there and back there. I promise you can get to it. It's not too hard. Push those 2 tabs in and the glass slides right out. So go ahead and do that. Once you got them 2 tabs pushed in, go ahead and slowly rotate the glass in the door. Very carefully. Pick it up, get out of the door. We'll set this down in a safe spot. Once you get it set in a safe spot, starting with the outside of the glass, we're going to go ahead and just give it a quick clean. Once you got the outside clean, go ahead and turn it around. Clean the inside as well. Now I know this is a little bit of a harder way to tint your windows, but it's a lot better quality way of doing it. You're not going to get that peeling in the corners, and also you're going to not have to worry about rolling your windows up for the first 2 days after you do it. With this method, you'll be ready to go almost instantly to roll your windows up and down. Obviously, you want to be a little careful the first day. Don't do it excessively, but you can still roll them up and down. And this will last a lot longer, a lot more quality way of doing it. Once the window is clean, go ahead and measure out your tint. This is some pro quality 2-ply window tint. I like to go ahead and unravel it, leaving a little excess. Go ahead and pre-trim it to the length that you need. Once you got it trimmed to the size that you need, go ahead and take 2 pieces of tape one on each side of a corner. Slowly peel it back. And that'll help to separate. Help to separate the film from the backing, just like that. Once you get it started, remove your tint from the glass and put a liberal amount of soapy water, Windex, tint solution, whatever you want to use. I like Windex because it's cheap. And very carefully, this helps to have a friend here, but I don't have any friends. So peel the backing off and slap it on the window. Just like so. Once you get the majority of the big bubbles out, grab yourself a little squeegee applicator. Sell these all over the place. And start to squeegee your soap solution, working from the middle very carefully to the edges. You don't want to have hardly any pressure down the first time. That way, if you get a bubble that catches, you don't crease it. You're just slowly trying to work a bunch of the excess out. Alright, after your preliminary squeegee, go ahead and get yourself a scissors and cut the excess away. But stay about 1/4 inch or so away from the edge of the glass, just to give yourself some safe room to work with. Still got 2 more trimmings to do yet. Just like that. So now that we got our edges cleaned up, we're going to go ahead and do another squeegee, this time with a little more pressure, working from the middle outwards. And I like to switch to a little wider one with a rubber end on it. And just repeat that process with a little more pressure, trying to get all that soapy water out. Now once you get to this stage, I like to do this the best in summertime, but summertime's not an option right now. I like to sit it out in the sun. Being I don't have sun, but I have a heated garage, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set this in front of my heater, and after it bakes in the sun, usually for about 15 minutes or so, I'll bring it back and we'll squeegee it again. So I'm going to go put this in front of the heater and I'll be right back. Alright, now this has been sitting in front of the heater for quite a while. We're going to go ahead and repeat the process that we've been doing from the get-go, starting in the middle, working our way out with the squeegee. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do our second trim. And this one you got to be a little more careful of. We're going to start with our sharp razor blade and go all the way around the edge, holding it straight up and down. There, now our edge is a little bit closer, but it's not quite done yet. The reason I like this a lot more, because this edge is always tucked up in the seals, and you're never going to get this edge this good if you don't remove the glass. And what we're looking for, if you take your finger and rub it along the edge, it just peels that tint right back. And that's what we don't want to happen. So we're going to rub this edge nice and hard all the way around. Then we're going to take our razor blade And we're going to hold it right off the edge of the glass at a pretty good angle and run all the way around. And once you think you have it pretty decent, go ahead and rub your finger along the edge. And if you find a spot where it catches, like right there, repeat the process until you can rub your finger all the way around to not catch anything. And after you get your edges satisfactory, go ahead and just wipe it down one more time so you can see how well your work turned out. Not too bad. Give you a close-up on how these edges look. A little streaky yet, but you're also going to notice some bubbles for the first couple days until this thing bakes good in the sun. But it cost me like $5 a window to do myself, and I don't have to pay somebody 40, 50, 60, whatever dollars a window. It ain't going to be perfect. But this, in my opinion, is the best way to do it yourself. Let's go ahead and throw this in the old truck and see how it looks. And putting the whole thing back together is just as fun and twice as easy as taking it apart. So let's go ahead and put the window in and see what she looks like. And here we have the completed window tint. It's 35% to match the back windows. And I'd have to say it's pretty damn close. Looks extremely good. Not too dark to where you can't see out of it at night, but just dark enough to block the sun and other people looking at you. So that's how I've tinted windows forever. I've been doing it since probably 2005 or so. So I guess not forever, but quite a while. And I've had really good luck. Never had a window peel on me. All I've had issues with is Walmart tint, your cheaper tints. They discolor on you, and they turn purple, gold, whatever. Just look like crap. So buy professional tint. I get this stuff on Amazon. It's a 1.5 mil. Between 1.5 mil and also you can get a 2 mil if you want. It's still 2-ply professional window tint. Many different, you can get 5%, 20, 50, 35, all kinds of different darknesses to suit your needs. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Also, if you want to see more how-to videos, please feel free to subscribe to JDS Outdoors. And as always, thanks for watching with this awesome episode featuring this gorgeous raptor.